Happy Friday, my dear friends. It is Gord, your hurtin' hippie. And it is Friday. I am happy. It was a tough week. This was maybe one of my toughest bringing in of a new year, and I'm happy about it. I'm really happy about it because it emphasized my resolution to look after my health. I got hit by bad health this week, bad truck, bad weather. So, and I stayed smiling. I stayed smiling. And this, remember, I talked to, first of all, I am going to talk about educate yourself. That's what this is about. But I want to say on the health side, uh, Monday was a flu day, a horrible day, yuck. But I'm really thankful it happened. It may be what I alluded to that I read about fibroflush, where the body finally just gives up and pushes everything out, cleans your system, so you got to reset. I maybe feel that's where it is. It's still a few days past, and I'm still having a little bit of trickles of difficulty. I slept through the night. I woke up once at 4 a.m. and yet it wasn't because of difficulty or IBS. And then I woke up again at 6. It was it was surreal because I didn't know I could do that. I kind of wish I'd gone to bed a little bit earlier and gotten more sleep, but maybe that's a hint. Maybe I need to stop trying to go to bed so early and stop trying to sleep so much. Anyways, now let's move into educate yourself. I took a little bit of time because really this won't take long. And like anything, I ponder about things, I think about things because other things trigger me to. And as you know, I try to help out my dispensary by looking after their online chat from time to time. And that's where I find, we've got a couple of different types of users. And I feel I hate to direct people what to do, but I don't feel you're doing yourself any favor if you're a medical patient using medical cannabis if you don't educate yourself on the properties, how it works, why it works, what works best, and keep yourself a log of what has worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, what were the attributes of the things that didn't work, so you can. Because we're in a world, let's put it this way, we're in a world where the doctors, at least in Canada, and I think it's safe to say it's probably even worse in the US, where the doctors who handle your cannabis prescription, they have a little bit of knowledge, but are too busy and too focused on just giving out prescriptions for cannabis that your own health care is kind of left up to you. Then when you realize this and you go to your regular doctor and they very often go, look, I'll try my best to help you, but I know nothing about that stuff. And they're right. They don't learn anything about it. It has not been incorporated into any medical journals or teachings or anything. So this is why I say to educate yourself. And I mean in a couple of ways. If you go to mmjthc.ca, and I'm not promoting the site, I'm promoting the education, we have an educate button. You click on there, and there is a variety of wonderful topics, all the way from what is a cannabinoid, what is a cannabinoid receptor, why do they matter, Learn about those things. Learn how THC attaches differently than CBD to these receptors. And they can attach to CB1 or CB2 receptors, but they tend to go to their own type. Not always. That's why there's a synergistic quality where CBD works better if THC is accompanying. Uh, that is the scientific and chemical background. Very important to know. Really important to know. It isn't something you'd study if you were recommended OxyContin. So, but it's important. But even so, get that base knowledge. But then, when you're shopping for a strain, leafly those suckers. Leafly every single one. Find out the reported effects, the reported negatives, and positives of each plant. Think about it. Think think about THC as a secondary or even tertiary component of your decision, because what's most important is what are your ailments and does this plant meet those needs? If it does, even if it's low THC, take a little more. If it's high THC, take a little less. THC is a dosing knowledge, not a decision knowledge. Things like that. And ask an expert, ask a friend. I'll help. But use Leafly, use allbud.com. Fantastic place. And whenever you have a question, Google that sucker and read 4 or 5 responses. Go to page 2 or 3. Look for something Google doesn't want you to see, because Google has proved themselves to be a little left leaning. So, and hiding some conservative views. I will talk more about that too. We're near the end here, so peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony. Look for someone without a smile today. Give them one of yours. You got a great one. Peace.